all the day in my home. I was working, I was like studying, trying to understand the past perfect, and I see some TV series, and that's it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You're giving online classes too?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of courses.
Taking.
Yeah,
It's cool, man. That's good. You're gonna get a lot of certificates.
yeah, but I'm getting crazy. So much information.
I bet. Right now, you told me you're a teacher. You're on vacation right now?
Yeah, right now we're on vacation. I work in two schools at the same time, both for junior high. But at the time, they are asking me for like to have more titles and courses, to be honest.
Oh, okay, okay. They're demanding more.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. It's good. It's good. And you, Roman, how was your day?
My day is interesting because I study online. My second major, I study pedagogía. I don't know how to say in English. And I have my homework in English. I need to remember all these topics.
Oh,
And
okay.
I work in Be Connect. I'm a, I don't know how to say, or connection man or something like that, because I use my diadema and need to interactive with the other guys when they have problems, technical problems, support, technical support, something like that.
Okay, okay. It's good. But right now you're not working.
No, I'm not working only in there, in the Big Connect.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. It's for like computer science things.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Great. Great. Well, let's check the homework now.
Okay, we're ready.
All right. So I told you to write 4 sentences with the passive. Well, not the passive. The past perfect. Passive is another topic. All right.
Sorry.
Can you see my white screen?
Yes, I see your white screen.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So Miguel, can you read your sentences to me, please? Miguel? Uh-oh. Oh yes, if you want, you can write. You can write on here. But press text, and you can write your information. Do you see what I'm talking about? Or no? Hey Michelle, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Can you write or no? Oh, he left. Oh, he's back.
Sorry, something happened. Yeah, I can write my sentences. We're going home after Mary had done all the shopping.
Hold on, can you repeat that again?
Yeah, we're going home after Mary had done all the shopping.
Okay.
That's the first one. The second, shall I read the second one?
Yes, please.
Joseph did his workout. Before he had breakfast. Breakfast.
Okay.
Something's wrong with that one, right? Joseph did his homework.
Joseph did his homework. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. His workout.
Okay.
Okay. Third, we went to the cinema or movies after we had gone to a restaurant.
That one is good. This one's good.
Four, Mary washed her clothes before she had spoke with her sister.
All right. Well, this one's an easy fix. Spoke is spoken in the past participle. So, look, number one and number two are kind of off. Okay. So look, number one, you said we're going home. You're talking about the future. Remember, for the past perfect, it's
Where
two events in the past. Yes.
we were.
We were going home after Mary had done all the shopping. Okay,
Yeah.
That's okay, right there. That's good. And number two, Joseph did his homework. Joseph did his homework before he
Had
breakfast. Something is missing here.
eaten. La verb, right? In a participle verb.
Yes.
Eaten.
Before he had eaten breakfast. Okay. Yes. That right there is good. In that case, everything is good. You fixed it quickly. That's good. Thank you. All right. And let's see, Juan.
I'm ready.
All right.
The
What
first one,
is this?
I had not been shopping when you called me. I had not been shopping when you called me.
Called me.
Call me. Call me. Call me. Okay, the second. He had never seen a beer.
A beer.
A beer, yes. No, beer. Also, no, not beer, the cerveza.
Bear.
Bear.
Yes.
Sorry. Before, she moved to Alaska. She moved to Alaska. She moved to Alaska.
She had never seen a bear before she moved to Alaska. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Number three, I had saved my documents. Document before the computer died.
That's good.
Yes. And the final, I just, well, let me, no, le voy a decir así. I just took my credit cards before they had stolen my bag.
I just took my credit card before they had stolen my bag. Okay, nice, nice. All of these sentences are good. All right.
Okay.
And Michelle, did you do this?
All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Okay. I had become a teacher when I finished my bachelor, but I decided to work in other place.
I want to learn how to write faster. Does anybody have any tricks on how I can write faster on the computer?
Okay, second one. If I hadn't rained during the night, some plants were thirsty.
Some plants were what?
Were thirsty, sedientas.
If it hadn't rained.
Oh, yes. Okay, the last one. I had been on that place before. Just no. It wasn't a dream. Yes, I had been on that place before. It wasn't a dream. Dream.
Okay. Oh.
I just wrote 3.
You wrote 3. I've been to that place before. All right. If it hadn't rained during the night, sometimes it's thirsty. Okay, number 2 is kind of wrong.
Yes, I think maybe it could be in future the second sentence close will be.
All right. Like this.
Okay, maybe. Yes, yes.
Right, yes. Well, yeah, easy fix. Very good. Now look, I see that some of you have, oh, somebody's in the waiting room. I see that some of you have problems with the pronunciation of verbs in the past that end with ed. Yeah? For example, this word right here. This word right here. This word right here. All of these verbs that end with ed are words that tend to be mispronounced. Okay? So what can we do to fix the pronunciation of these verbs? Do you know?
For all of them, it's the same, right? It's like add the T at the end.
You add the
Cool.
T? No, it's not the same.
Decided, rained, kind of.
Kind of.
No, I want to know the difference to pronounce it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna teach you the difference like right now, because you know you're gonna have like a speaking part on the exam, and you know if you mispronounce those type of verbs, then they're gonna take points off. So it's good to know the pronunciation. I will teach you the difference in the pronunciations. Erica Aguilar. Oh my gosh, we have the same last name. Are you there today, Erica? Or can you speak today? All right. The pronunciation of regular past verbs. Verbs that end in ed. Verbs that end in ed. So these verbs have different pronunciations. Each one has a different one. Let's see. What is the most common one?
Is it
Count, counted, end, ended, expected.
okay.
Yes. We have the D sound. We have the T sound.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
And we have the id sound. All right. Have you seen this before?
Yeah, I just have it in my mind right now.
All right. But do you know when to use each one or no?
Not exactly.
No, I didn't see.
All right. So let me give you some examples. Called,
Answer.
called, answered,
Long, change,
changed,
clean, climbed,
climbed,
close, consider, dare.
considered. Okay. Now, those are some examples with D. Now, let me give you some examples with T. Dance,
Ask, cook,
kissed, cooked,
practice, push, shop,
shopped,
smoke, stop,
smoked, stopped.
talk,
Okay. And some examples with id.
accept,
Waited, needed, accepted,
insist, repeat,
assisted, needed.
rent,
What?
rent,
When?
rentar, rent,
Oh, rent, rented, yes.
date, and expect.
Date, dated. All right, expected. All right, so let's stop there. These all have different sounds, right? If we focus on the last sound, okay, if we focus on the last sound, all of them have different sounds.
So that means we have to produce the sound at the end, that sound.
Yes, but let me show you how and when you do that.
Okay.
Okay. When you are learning how to pronounce a regular verb in the past, focus on the infinitive form's last sound. Okay, on the last sound. That is the
Okay.
key right there.
Okay.
On the last sound. So now, for example, called is not an infinitive form. It is in past form. The infinitive form is called, right? Danced, the infinitive form is dance or to dance. And waited is wait. Okay? All of them are unique. Let me write them over here for you. Call, dance, and wait. Each ending is different. It's very different. I'm going to explain what the difference is. All right, so we have call, dance, and wait. All right. I'm going to tell you the first one. If the last sound vibrates, use the d sound in the past. Right? So look at the word call. Call. Call has 3 sounds. K, ah, oh. K, ah, oh. Call. Right? It has 3 sounds. K, ah, oh. But I want to focus on the last sound, remember? K, ah, oh. Oh. If you put your fingers right here, or in this little bone behind your ear, and you say, oh, oh, you will notice that your throat vibrates. Your vocal cords vibrate. Oh, oh, all right? Now, how do you know if it vibrates or not? Look at this. If the last sound doesn't vibrate, use the t sound in the past. All right, now, like I said, oh, it vibrates. But look at dance. D, ah, s. It has 4 sounds. D, ah, s. D, ah, s. I want to focus on the s sound. If you put your fingers right here, these 3 fingers, on this muscle, and you say dance, your vocal cords do not vibrate. Dance. If you put your fingers right here, you will not feel a vibration. But if you put your fingers right here and say call, you will feel it vibrating. It's a soft vibration, but it vibrates. Call, dance. Can you try that, please, and tell me if you notice the difference?
Yeah, I feel the difference.
Feel different.
Oh, yes,
Damn.
I feel the vibration.
Yeah, you feel the vibration with call, right?
Oh, yes.
If you have a deep voice, sometimes your whole chest will vibrate. Call. And with dance, it doesn't vibrate. Okay? Now, that's the basic right there. If it doesn't vibrate, use a t. So dance. All right, dance. It's easy. For native speakers, it's easy to make that sound because that's how, we were taught in school. Dance. And it's the mouth is easy. Because it doesn't vibrate, it's so easy to make the sound. Dance. So easy. But with called, it's like a stop. Called, answered, changed.
Could you pronounce smoked?
Smoked.
Smoked.
Smoked. Smoked is interesting. Smoked, cooked are different. They are these things called plosives. Plosives is like a one sound thing. They don't vibrate. Okay? So if you have a plosive, also use the t sound. This is phonology. Okay? So the plosives are the k, the p. Okay? Those are the plosives. Is there more? Let me think. Well, yeah. Yes, those would be the plosives right there. So if it ends in the sound, it's explosive. You will do the T sound, cook, smoke. And I think that is the most difficult one for students. All the time, they will say cook it, dance it, smoke it. No, it's danced, cooked, smoked. And it's the most difficult one. And sometimes it's not noticeable, you know, it's very soft. I say it hard because I want you to hear the difference. But in normal conversation, it's not pronounced hard. They say dance, cook, shop, like very soft, very soft sound. Dance, cook, clean, stop, cook. All right. Writing over here, finally. And the last thing, like when you use id for id, if the last sound ends in T or D, use the id sound. Okay, use the id sound. So if you notice, wait ends with the t. So I say waited. All right. And you combine the T with it, and you also combine the D with it. So it will sound like did, or over here it will sound like did. Okay, for example, I don't say wait, it, I say wait, did.
For example, for need, needed,
Exactly, it's gonna be need, did.
needed.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say need it. That's not correct. All right, I'm not going to say that. Right? It's need, did. The last sound takes the D and the or the T. Waited, need, did. Not wait it or need it. You combine the sounds. Okay, waited, needed. All right, and that's basically the how you can tell the difference in the pronunciation. Obviously, this requires a lot of practice. Now, one of the easiest things you can do is just to consume a lot of English. Basically, you know, watch movies with the subtitles, and if you listen to music, it's cool, but you should listen to music with the lyrics. All right, because when you hear the sound and you see the word, your brain makes a connection, and it's much easier to remember the sound or the word in general, right? But let's say that you don't listen to music or you don't watch movies, then you just need to, you know, put your 3 fingers on this bone and, you know, try it as much as possible. Eventually, you will know. It will be so natural to you. Like if you just try this method, you know, 2 or 3 months. All right, try this method, and then after that, it will be natural to you. You won't have to use your fingers. Your throat will know. You will train your body to know the difference. You know, whenever I see a word that I've never seen in my life. You know, I usually know the pronunciation because I use this technique. All right, I look at the last sound, I pronounce it in my head, and then I pronounce it with my mouth, and it usually works. All right, so I encourage you, you know, if you can watch movies with the subtitles in English, music with the lyrics, and to use this method, and you know, be patient. It's going to take like 2 or 3 months to, you know, perfect this. Of course, it can be faster, but it depends how much time you spend on it. All right. But I know you guys are all teachers and you're busy. So, you know, 2 or 3 months sounds more realistic. But if you have free time, well, dang, dedicate 2 or 3 hours to it every day, and you'll be good in like 1 month, a month and a half. Okay. That is the secret. So whenever you teach your students the simple past, you can use this method. Okay. Oh, it's raining in Acapulco and it feels good because it's hot all the time. And well,
It's
that
excellent
okay?
advice. Thank you for excellent advice.
Great, great. Well, so can I erase this?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so now let's continue with
Yes.
the thing from yesterday. Where was that? Oh yes, I'm good, I'm good. All right, so a little review for yesterday. Um, you know, yesterday we discussed the simple past a little bit and the past perfect a little bit. Now we're going to discuss it a little more in detail. There are 2 ways when I use the simple past. Well, sorry, the past perfect. Use the past perfect for the earlier of 2 events, all right? The super past. For example, I had made breakfast before my wife got home, all right? And 2, I can use it to give an explanation for a reason why something did or didn't happen. Can you give me an example of this, Miguel?
About which one?
Number
Another
2?
example? Okay. For example, the earlier to event another sentence?
Yeah, an example of an explanation or reason why something did or didn't happen.
I had I had gone to the football game. I don't know if I'm correct or I'm losing it. I'm lost.
Remember, to give an explanation, we use because. Yesterday, I gave you an example. I was late because what?
For example, he didn't work because he had been studying in his house. He didn't work because he didn't worked because he had been studying for a promotion, an exam, or whatever. No, I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's true. That's good right there. Now, you use something a little more advanced, and that is the past perfect continuous. All right, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to explain that anyways. So,
That's because I use a gerund, right? Studying.
yes, but it's okay. It's the same thing. All right. Now, the past perfect continuous, the formula, as some people like to call it, yeah.
Can you tell me if my sentences is correct?
Yeah, tell me.
I had eaten on the morning, so I wasn't hungry.
Yeah, I had eaten in the morning, so I wasn't hungry. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
No problem.
So past perfect continuous is like something that already happened plus something that is happening, or
No,
not?
no. Past perfect continuous is
Two
first.
sentences that already happened.
Let me give you the formula first, and then I'll explain it. Had been plus, the verb ing. You know that. You know that the verb ing. Okay, that is a past perfect continuous. Now I used it for the same things. Use the past perfect continuous for the same reasons as the past perfect. Okay. It's almost the same thing. Except that the continuous version expresses a background, ongoing, temporary event or situation. Okay, and sometimes it's called it's sometimes like the process. Okay, let me give you an explanation or an example. If I say to you, oops, if I say to you, I had eaten the cake. I had eaten the cake. Okay, I am expressing it as one complete event. Okay, one complete event, completed event. But if I say to you, I had been eating the cake, then she told me she wanted some. Um, in this case, I had been eating the cake is not one completed event. It is a ongoing action, or it's a process. What do I mean by that? I had eaten the cake, I ate it, okay, it's done. But if I say I had been eating the cake, I am expressing that, you know, I was still eating. I was still eating. You know, it did not finish. It did not finish. You know, I was still in the process, and then she told me she wanted some cake. So I didn't finish eating my cake because she interrupted and she told me she wanted some. All right, it's the process. I had eaten my cake. Okay, it finished. It happened. I had been eating the cake. Then she told me she wanted some. All right. On one thing, I completed it. On the other thing, it was still happening, but then something interrupted. Okay, it was the process. In the process of this, in the process of eating the cake. Um, another tip I can give you is that the past perfect is usually for like the result, right? It's sometimes for the result, and the past perfect continuous is for the process. So let me explain that by that. I had been exercising for 6 months. Okay, I had lost 5 kilos. The process is that you had exercised or had been exercising for 6 months. That's a process because it takes some time. The result of that process is you lost 5 kilos. So I can use the past perfect for that. All right. I had been exercising for 6 months. I had lost 5 kilos. Then depression hit. And I started stress eating and went up those 5 kilos again. All right. I had been exercising for 6 months. That's the process. I had lost 5 kilos. Great. That's my result. But then after that, depression hit. And I started stress eating and went up those 5 kilos again. All right. I'm dramatic, so I like to say in 1 week. All right. So the past perfect is usually the result, and the past perfect is the process. Okay. For example, let's say I want to start a company. Okay, I want to start a company, but I am not really good at photography. Okay, I'm not good at photography, and we need a photographist, you know, to take pictures of the projects that we do in our job in our company, right? So I need a photographist. Okay, I needed a photographist because this happened in the past. I needed a photographist. This happened last year. I had been looking for a photographist, and then Leah called me. She showed me her work. And I immediately hired her. Okay, so I had been looking for a photographer. I don't know. But you know, that thing of looking for somebody, it's a process. It takes a few days. It took a few weeks, maybe some months. It's a process, right? And then Leah called me. Boom, she interrupted me. You know, I was looking, but she interrupted me. She came to me. It was a good interruption. She came to me. She showed me some of her work, and I immediately hired her. All right. So that action of looking for her, it was a process. Any questions?
Nope, everything's clear.
In the, okay.
I'm gonna erase this. Is that okay?
In the second example, in the photographer, the first one sentence is process, and she showed me her work and immediately hired her. Is a result?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. And one thing that I want you to know, in real life, people do not use the past perfect that often. It's not very common. I know that in the test, they obligate you to use it. And but in real life, you know, if you care more about real life, then it's not a big deal. You can actually use the simple past and the past perfect in almost every situation in the same way. Okay? You can almost use it the same way. It all depends on how you want to express it, how you want the person to understand your sentence. Okay?
Yes.
For example, if I say, I had been exercising for 6 months, if I hear that, I had been exercising for 6 months, I understand that happened a long time ago. I had been exercising for 6 months because it's the super past. No? But
Yes.
I can also say I was exercising for 6 months. I was exercising for 6 months. It's still the past. But the way I interpret it is I think it's closer to the present. It's still the past, but it's closer than I had been exercising. All right. So both things are for the past. You know, you just got to be careful. One thing that you need to know is that if you have two events, the event that happened first is the past perfect. That's the key. That's the key. All right, no more explanation. Let's work. Let's work. In conversation, Juan, can you please read in conversation?
Who? We're reading?
Juan, please.
Okay. Right before I move here, I lost my job.
No. In conversation, okay. Sorry. Right here, this.
In conversation. Sorry. People often use the past perfect to give a reason or explanation. I didn't know her name because I never thought to ask her.
Excellent. Let's look at let's read the instructions. I will read them for you. I will read the instructions. I just want you to pay attention. Exercise B. Complete the anecdote with the verbs given. Use one simple past and one past perfect verb. All right, in each sentence. So one and one. One and one. Do not do two and two. All right, one simple past and one past perfect. Not continuous, simple. Okay, let me give you an example. Right before I move here, I lose my job. What do you think happened first? Do you think she lost her job first or she moved first?
She lost her job, his job.
So since that happened first, you can put that in the past perfect. I had lost. So right before I moved here, I had lost my job, or I lost my job. All right. Please complete exercise B by yourself. You have 3 minutes. I recommend that you read everything first and then put it together. Remember, one simple past, one past perfect. You have 3 minutes. Let's see, Miguel, can you tackle this one, please?
The first one,
Yes.
I haven't an interview for weeks, and I was concerned, you know.
Yes.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
I hadn't thought about going back to school. I thought about going back to school, but actually I don't want to.
I don't? Whoa.
Yeah.
It's simple past or past perfect?
I do not. No, I don't.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't want to.
And all right, Juan.
Yes.
Then,
I continue, and
go ahead.
out of the book, yes. I got it, an email from all friends that hadn't had connect an age.
That I hadn't contacted. Yeah, so true, so true. That I hadn't contacted in ages. Okay, and Michelle, could you please read exercise C?
Complete the rest of the anecdote with the past perfect or past perfect continuous from of the verbs given. Sometimes both are possible. Then take turns retelling the story to a partner.
Thank you. All right, so for this one, we're using the past perfect or the past perfect continuous. Like they say in the instructions, sometimes both are possible, okay? But just remember that the continuous form is more likely for a process, you know, something that takes a while. And then the past perfect is, you know, for like a result or something cold, something that happens one time, okay?
Okay.
All right, so please, past perfect continuous, no simple past, all right? Let's see, take 3 minutes on this.
oh, also we have to make it, right? Made it.
Yes, please complete it. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, for me it's okay.
All right, let's see.
I'm sorry for my bird. It's like crying. I don't know why. It turned out that he had started his own company, but he had struggle. I have a doubt over there if am I correct or not. He had struggle.
I think in this one
Had been
struggling. Yes.
okay. To find someone to work for him for some time, and he had not found. And he had hired. He had hired. He had hired one woman, but she had quit. I'm not sure of that one.
Yeah.
Had quit after the first month because she hadn't been able to travel so much. Anyways, I had been looking, right?
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I had been looking for a job in sales, and he offered me the job. So yeah, I learned it's good to keep in touch with people. Excellent, man. It's good. I like it. All right.
Okay.
Do you have any doubts, Juan Roman?
No, I check the answers. Maybe in the last one, and she hadn't been able and had been looking. This is our mistake. This is my mistake.
Okay, and you got it now?
Yes, I got it.
All right, yes. So, over here in this sentence, we have be. Usually the verb to be is never continuous. All right, it's almost never continuous because, well, it's the verb to be. So it wouldn't be correct to say hadn't been being able. It wouldn't be correct because you already used the verb to be in the continuous form. All right, so almost always the verb to be is going to be in the simple form, whether that's the simple form of the past perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Michelle, do you have any questions?
Was the same, able, but now it's not that good.
Okay. Cool. Well, Erica, I know you're there.
No
But,
question. Thank you. No question.
oh, Eric, I can hear you. All right. Erica, where are you from?
I'm from Guerrero.
Oh yeah, you're here.
Yes.
Good, that's good. I'm glad you got your audio fixed. That's great.
It's better.
Great,
Thank
great.
you.
All right. So, yes, this is it. Now I'm going to give you an activity. Okay. I want you to think about, a coincidence. Do you all know what that word is, right? Coincidence? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes.
Yes.
I want you to think about a coincidence that had happened to you. Okay? Let me give you an example. One day, I had gotten off work and I went. One day, I had gotten off work. And I went to get some food at the Gran Plaza. Gran Plaza is a plaza here in Acapulco. And Yes. I was very tired and hungry. I had thought about calling my friend, but I thought it wouldn't be good because I was going to eat. Okay. So the whole time that I'm eating, I'm thinking about my friend, right? Suddenly, I receive a call. I pick up the phone and I notice that it's my friend. I was shocked because I hadn't spoken to him in two 2 or 3 weeks. And as soon as I thought about him, he called me. It was a funny coincidence. I told him about it and we started laughing. We also had a good conversation, like always. Right. And this is real. This is real. This is a coincidence that happened to me. You know, I don't know if you ever experienced that. You know, you're thinking about a person and then they send you a message on Facebook, or you're thinking about a person and they call you, or they text you, send you a WhatsApp. It's a very weird coincidence. Okay, so I want you to think about a coincidence that has happened to you. It can be something like this, or it can be something completely different. Okay, and write a story about it. Make sure you use the past perfect in it. I don't know. I don't know if you noticed. I wrote this story in less than 2 minutes. All right. I wrote the story in less than 2 minutes. And it's a pretty good story. It has like 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. All right. I am going to give you 5 minutes. You only have 5 minutes to write a story like this. It doesn't have to be the best story in the world, but just a coincidence, and to make sure that you use the past perfect, all right? Or the past perfect continuous. Okay, you have 5 minutes, all right? Okay. All right, so tell me, Miguel, since you said you're finished first, can you tell us about your coincidence?
I just made it. To be honest, I couldn't thought about something, but I just made it. Let me see if I.
I don't know if you have like a fan near your computer, but it sounds like very strong.
Sounds weird.
Can you hear me well right now? Now?
It sounds like a fan or a vibration. I don't know what it is.
Maybe. I don't know, because I don't have anything in my
It's okay. It's okay. Just read it.
Okay, there we go. 5 years ago, I had been walking in the street. I started, so I thought about what I wanted to eat, and I decided what I want to eat. So I went to the place, and in the place there was a girl that I had really wanted to meet, and I knew, but I couldn't speak to her because I had not the goods to speak to her. That's it. I don't know if I'm correct.
The only thing I heard clearly was the last sentence.
Let me try again. Can you hear me well?
I don't know, if you have headphones on, can you take them off? Or if you don't have them on, can you put them on?
I'm in my phone. I don't know what is happening.
Oh,
Can you hear me well right now? I'm turning off everything. Let me see. So can you hear me well? Yes, no, yes? Okay, I'm going back. 5 years ago, I had been walking in the street when I started to think that I was starving. So I thought about what I wanted to eat, and I had decided where I want to eat. So I went to the place, and in the place there was a girl that I had really wanted to meet and know, but I couldn't speak to her because I had not the goods to speak to her. Goods.
it's good. Just don't say I had not the guts. Say I didn't have the guts. But that's a very good expression. I love it. Good story. All right. Excellent. Juan Roman?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Hit us with your best shot.
Okay. I remember when I had gone out on a beach. I always like walking on the sand, and I remember how good the sand felt inside my tooth. And I thought when my dad took me to the beach for the first time, he played with me and took me to the waves in the sea. He scared me a lot, but he always aware of me. I remember him very fondly, and arriving at the hotel, I found him having breakfast, not knowing that he was there. It was a funny coincidence for me.
All right. Very good. Nice, nice. I love the stories about going to the beach. All right. Thank you, Juan.
Yes,
Michelle?
thank you.
Okay. Once upon a time, at my sister's house, one night I had been agreed to sleep with my youngest sister. During the night, I had been waking up and having nightmares. Suddenly, I hear a rooster, and I thought it was 3 a.m. and it was so weird because it had sung as two roosters. Obviously, I already know that she has only one. So when I wake up at the morning, my sister talks with me. My sister Katia talks with me, and she talked about that the night was so heavy. Heavy for us this is a part. Heavy for us is when you have like ghost experiences or something like that. It's a heavy hour. It's something related with witches or something like that, right? Okay.
It can, yeah.
Yes. So she explained me that that we have a heavy hour. Yeah, was true. I'm start to pray for me, for my sister. Come on, was so weird.
I would have done the same thing. All right, very good. Excellent story. Now, just two corrections, okay? Don't say at the morning, say in the morning.
In the morning, okay.
And don't say had been agreed, say had agreed.
Had agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Michelle.
welcome.
And Erica Aguilar.
Okay. One day, I had prepared a school event with other coworkers. I was distressed because the event was in the afternoon in the main square with a roof and outdoors and imagine in the mountain. And I had only thought about the rain and nobody knew about my concern. But when I mentioned it to someone, it started to rain. Um, and twice has happened this situation. But the second time it was with the light.
Wow. Crazy stuff with you and Michelle.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. And well, it is time to go. So you're doing really well. Okay. You know, we practice the past perfect and the simple past. You know, we paid attention to the form and how to use it, when to use it, and then you used it correctly in a story. So right now we're doing excellent. Okay. I'm gonna send you some homework. All right. In the homework, I'm gonna send it to WhatsApp. All right. You can answer it on a separate piece of paper, or if you have a printer, you can print it. It's up to you. And well, it's gonna be 3 pages. 2 pages are the homework, and the last page is the answer key. My recommendation is that you do the homework first. Don't look at the answer key. And you know, once you finish, you can compare your answers with the answer key. Okay? And then tomorrow we can discuss any doubts and things like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
Any questions?
No questions.
Here.
Okay, excellent. Well, I will see you
Crystal.
tomorrow then, okay? Yes, so
See
keep
you.
an eye out for the message on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay. Keep in touch.
Yes, have a good night.
Thank you.
Yes, have to.